The GOAT. When's Craig going to be a guest? That's my question.
When's Legend Craig?
Legend Craig. That's Kuma. When Kuma gets one, or when Beppo gets a legend. There you go.
Craig with the clag fruit.
Oh shit. Craig with the shit server fruit. The disconnect fruit.
Oh no.
Cobby, mate.
Yeah, mate.
How you doing, mate?
I'm doing.
I'm alive. I haven't ended it all yet, so that's always a positive.
It's always a bit of a tick in the win column.
Someone did ask us a question talk about our days, so I feel like we could probably just talk about it in the pre-show before we start the episode. How was your day, Cobb?
It's all right. I had a nice sleep in. I gave myself a bit of a treat.
Why not, right?
Yeah, that's about it, actually. I've just been gearing up for the show.
Why not, mate? Good. I'm glad. I appreciate your being flexible and allowing us to change the time quite slightly. But how about Joba, mate? How was your day? I know it's in the evening for yourself.
I worked for a long time, and then
man.
Now I'm a little intoxicated.
But you did spend 120 of your US dollars on the swimsuit carrot, and you achieved your goal. So
I did indeed.
Congratulations. But you
for the record, half of that was try to get that new ace.
But you also didn't get. You don't have 4-star Wano carrot, which is hilarious to me. So you're still missing one carrot from the.
And I actually like the 4-star summer carrot art better, and I technically had both already in the Pokedex because of Gem Valley, so I should have just not evolved her. Oh well.
Oh, Phil, even if the unit was taken away from you, you still have it in your decks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
no, that's true. Because when you pull them, they don't.
They weren't new. That's rough, bro. Many times people are like, "Oh, this isn't new." I would delete it. I'll sell it.
Yeah.
Right, Knight. How was your day? How'd your day go, mate?
It was all right.
Yeah.
I watched Rent a Girlfriend episode 3, and I
trash
was. Yo, chill out. All right, I'm at the score. Hold up.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm just repenting what Justin Higaki said on Twitter. He said that shit's doo doo, but that's beside we can move.
Right.
Okay, throwing that guy under the bus pre-show. That's fine. What else have you been up to?
Nothing much, man. Been chilling.
That's it. That's the wave.
Yeah.
Toadski. What are you up to, man? We haven't even started the episode. It sounds like I'm starting it, but hey, how's your day been going?
Yeah, not too bad. Just watching some footy before the show started. Our team is up by 12 points at half time, so we'll see how that.
We'll keep everyone in the episode posted. If Todd leaves all of a sudden, his team is lost.
Yeah, but I'm ready to talk about some treasure cruise and other shenanigans.
That's it.
If you randomly hear, yeah, let's go.
Todd got wild. He's winning.
Yeah, but how's your day, Poppy?
I got up at 5 a.m. I went to work. Now I'm here. Got abused a few times. That's
what time do you get up for work?
I get up at 5 a.m. So
shit. Me too. It sucks ass.
And I want to end it all. Especially like 5 a.m. on a weekend, bro. That ain't it, Chief.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, on a weekend? Oh,
Saturday and Sunday, 5 a.m. But I get the bag though, so I can't complain. Then weekend shifts be paying quite nice.
Yes,
because we have universal basic income. Anyway,
I wonder what nice to pay for those gemmies.
Yeah, that's it, right? Now, clearly, according to everyone, the GGP revenue pays for my gems, so I don't know where that came
apparently.
from. But
when did that start?
I don't know. Well, some jabroni said, "Oh, that's where the GGP money goes." I'm like, "You wish we had."
Hey, what GGP money, bro?
Bro, we hit 1K. We made $7 in the last.
I want to see where that's at.
You guys want to split that $7.29 we've made so far?
Split that shit. No, 7 ways with Craig.
We're
gonna split a dollar with Craig.
Go to the dollar menu at Macca's, bro.
7 $1 hamburgers. Call it a day.
That's $7 Australian dollars, right?
No, US.
No, $7 US, sir. So
we
made 15 Australian dollars.
Oh, that's
Holy
not bad.
Shit.
Hey, that's a large quarter pounder meal, bro.
Hey, hold on.
That's like 15 gems.
Yeah,
basic. No, it's actually less than that. That's how shit it is for
Yeah,
us.
it's only $1 a gem if you're buying the largest gem pack. Unfortunately,
No
Yeah.
way. Our lowest is $1 per gem. Holy
ours like
shit.
$1.50.
It's like $1.50 for the one gem.
So
Yeah.
we would get
Ugh.
10 gems for that $15.
Yep.
It gets to a
That's
point like after you get to like the 30 or the 60 gem pack, it's like $1
It's
a
like
gem.
$30.99 for 30 gems and $60.99 for 60 gems, and then
Yeah.
$84.99 for 85. So
Ooh.
we're technically hit like 1.00001 gems, bro.
When are we getting the $20 pack for 100 gems?
Donks.
When are we getting gem sales?
Yeah, when's that happening? Yeah, we haven't even got an announcement of the. Oh yeah, wait, I didn't even check news today. Was there any news?
Nah, it was no news.
Nah.
I checked.
cool.
First thing I checked.
Well, that's lame. I'm expecting French Annie news sometime soon with campaign information, gem sale stuff. Hopefully, the next couple of days.
Let's get into it then.
What's going
Yes.
on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of GGP, episode 23. Ooh, GGP 23. Sounds good to me. Anyway,
Hey.
we're back once again. We got myself, Captain Poppy, Cobby, Joba, Knight, and Todd. Unfortunately, Dill is not here today. That man is working a 12.5-hour shift. So all of our thoughts and our prayers go out to that guy because he's working his ass off. But, God bless the man.
Shout out to that guy.
Shout out to
Is that our
you
shout out?
beat it. You
Yeah, Dill definitely deserves one. That's fair.
Yeah, all right. That's our shout out today. So, Joba, we're on watch today. You can't be
No,
snatching them.
no. That was Todd's. I don't
We don't
think-
all have. All right, what we need to set the rules out for the shout outs because we don't all have one. There's 3 total amongst the group. We've used one of them.
We each get one golden buzzer.
No, we don't. Hey, say that for later.
Save that
Anyway,
for later.
thank you all once again for listening, for liking, for subscribing, for commenting, for doing all that good stuff, for asking us questions, all those good things. We really do appreciate. Channel is slowly growing, so we do appreciate all the support there. If you want to find any of our socials, you can go down to the first link in the description down below, which is a link tree there. In that link, there's just a bunch of our socials, the platforms in which you can listen and watch the podcast itself. As Treasure Cruise likes to do, we don't have any news for about 13 of the 14 days between when we record our podcast, and then about a day or two before we start recording, we just get a butt ton of news, and it's very exciting, but also very frantic because we have to make sure we're all up to date and all kind of honed in. But there has been a lot of news this past fortnight for Treasure Cruise itself. First of all, we have the kind of interesting step from Banda, which a bunch of PvP units have been buffed. So we're going to quickly delve into that one at the very start. Next after that, we're going to go into probably the biggest news for the most part for this week, I'd say, is a new lead producer for Treasure Cruise being Yoshi-san, which is very exciting. And I mean, we may or may not have seen what he's capable of with the most recent events of Treasure Cruise, but we're going to go into that, see where this takes us, and what can be what he can do for the game itself. Then we're going to go into One Piece Day, and One Piece Day was something special for the whole Treasure Cruise community, as everyone was able to enjoy the spoils of Legend Wano lore with a batch of Wano Luffy and Wano Sabo as a simultaneous release for all versions of the game. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff there, plus a lot more, a few little bits of news came with that for the JP version. On top of that, though, we also received news about version 10.1 for the JP side of the game, which is also very exciting. A lot of really cool things there that are being added. A lot of basically another quality of life update. And, we can never get enough of those quality of life updates. Always makes the game a lot better. And then I think the creme de la creme for us global players is French Anniversary. And this is big. This is one of the best Sugos, if not the best celebration, hopefully, that global version of the game has seen its time.
So much stuff.
Without further ado, though, gentlemen, VP buffs. Now, just as a blanket statement, I know I was complaining, but I haven't actually looked at the PvP buff specifically. But there were a lot of characters that did get buffs. A lot of these characters being PvP units themselves. A lot of the newer legends, as well as a few actually really older legends. Looking at things like Legend Ace, Corazon got a nice buff too. Seems like things even like Kizaru got a buff. Legend
Kizaru's an
Kizaru.
interesting one because Kizaru is actually used in PvP already.
So him getting a buff makes it a lot more exciting. A lot of int units as well got buffs, which is quite interesting. Maybe they're trying to shift the meta a little bit. But
I think it's a really good idea though, because especially when the super type Hawkins, Kid, Blackbeard, Katakuri, the generic units in regular play are actually good, but in PvP they just didn't see play. They weren't that useful. So they are improving them in lots of ways, which is good.
Yeah.
Like they're increasing their amount of multipliers that they do with their damage, with their special, or they give more buffs, or they just buff the team more. Like just really interesting buffs to just have more options basically when you team build. And it's interestingly enough that buffing some of the PvP exclusive rare recruit characters too, which I think is a good idea because when those units dropped, they actually weren't as game changing as what we thought they were going to be.
Yep.
So I like that they're updating them. So that's good.
So I always thought like when the PvP units themselves dropped, I was like when they drop, you kind of had like for me, I had this expectation that like when a PvP unit, like PvP like rare recruit comes out, it's going to be used or it's going to be useful. But for the most part, I didn't really see anyone actually putting them in teams. You know, I think
Yeah,
like
exactly.
like the general consensus team, like for the most part, everyone kind of had the like more or less the same structure in terms of like defensive teams. You know, so like it kind of annoyed me that like they would advocate for this PvP Sugo and you'd be like, oh, they have these PvP units, but they weren't really used per se in the content. I mean, like, you know, like a lot of the time you're having a lot of units like Cracker, Carrot, Hody, V1 Whitebeard is big, Snake Man, Bullet specifically, V1 Big Mom.
Shank's crew is
Shank's crew is crazy too. So, you know, French Annie just saying, you know, get prepared. But I guess one of the big things is like, do you guys think that they're going to actually maintain this this buffing of units? Do you think they're going to like nerf units? How do you think they're going to approach this in the long tail?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping they do. I mean, we said it in the pre-show as well, not the pre-show, but before we were recording, like I would personally prefer them to just keep buffing characters that are just not seeing play rather than nerf characters down to their level because I feel like that makes it more boring. So if they just continuously update units, maybe like once a month, have a very small batch of characters that aren't seeing play, and I'm sure they have the data on which characters are seeing play and which ones are not.
100%. Yeah.
So that would be a really good way forward for sure. Yeah.
I think one last little bit on this before we move on. Do you guys think that Global will receive these units pre-buffed, post-buff, or do you think they'll just get them and then and then tailor these units to how Global plays PvP? Like, do you think we're gonna get a different kind of treatment, or do you think it's all just gonna be like whatever? Like, it's just gonna come out as it is?
That's an interesting call whether we'll get them buffed or not. It's hard to say.
Because I feel like with Treasure Map, with Kizuna, we got the pre-buff Kizuna to start off with, and then obviously, the pre-nerf Kizuna to start off with, and then the subsequent Kizuna was nerfed.
Mm-hmm.
So I could definitely see them releasing these units as they are, and then doing the exact same thing. Because I feel like this is tailored towards the JP version of the game. But then again, I couldn't really see them tailoring it to two individual versions of the game.
Yeah,
to have
super
different
interesting
units.
to see how they kind of develop it. And shit, where was I going? I had
no, it would
completely
be
forgot.
interesting where they're developing in terms of like, you know, how they're going to maintain meta, how they're going to look at, you know,
yeah,
what
what I was gonna say is like the global players might play the game a bit differently, so our meta might be a lot different to JP's. I don't think it'll be that much different because I feel like a lot of people in global just see, oh, what's good on Japan? Oh, that character's good, that character's good, or make a team out of that. But I'd be interested to see like Kung Fu Luffy, see what he's gonna be doing in PvP. Because JP don't have him, so I assume he's gonna get some interesting set of skills.
It's also interesting
I'd
how
love for Kung Fu Luffy to be like the best PvP unit of all time.
Bro,
imagine. I think to your point though, Papi, I think we'll get the post buff version of the characters just to be more enticing to people.
Actually, that's a good call. I think it would be good if they did that, so that our meta would be diverse from the get go.
Yeah.
Rather
I
than
don't think you have to make the actual PvP rare recruits like enticing. You know.
Oh yeah, the Stussy and the Whitebeard that just dropped, those two are really good.
They're amazing, right? But then like none of the other units, like the Josu's and Neko's and Otama was used a lot because I think like she had a really low cost.
Yeah.
So you kind of like throw in the team. And the Sanji, I thought the Sanji would be very good for like defensive bullet teams, but no one used.
He's one of the units got buffed. I'm reading up what his abilities do now, and he is a lot better. He basically doubles the amount of damage he does with his special, and he buffs strength characters attack by level 5 for 25 seconds.
Oh, all right, bet.
And he's on a 26-second cooldown.
That's crazy. Then.
That's very good.
So like, hopefully this means that like if they do come post buffed, like it's gonna be very good for global because I think it's gonna diversify a lot in this sense.
Looking forward
I
to
think,
it.
as we said, PvP is crazy. Like we're all very excited for. I think it's gonna be a new coat of paint for the game. And then also new coat of paint for the game is the new lead producer, Yoshi-san.
Correct.
And this has me nervous, but very, very, very excited. So, for those that don't know, on the I believe it was on the global Twitter account,
Yeah.
Yoshi-san put out a statement. There was a statement put out that mentioned that there was a new lead producer, being Yoshi-san, and he said something that really sticks with a lot of the players, and I quote, "OPTC's best days are still ahead of us," and that's interesting. And then also on top of that, before we get into this discussion, he also said, like, I look forward to speaking to you all in a different way soon. So, first question, with that being said, do you think there's a potential live stream happening at some point? Just from that statement alone,
Yeah.
I think that there has to be a live stream at some point.
Yeah,
Maybe
sure.
a French Annie live stream. That might be exciting. Something along those lines.
I'm just waiting for because I saw Joe talking. I was waiting for him to jump in, but
That's what I thought.
No, yeah,
Um,
sorry. I think I could definitely see that happening.
I think either a live stream of some sort, or what Dokkan did was like a pre-recorded sort of video.
I would love that. I think a pre-recorded video would be
That
would
or
be
yeah,
just
either
good.
or would be great. And for the French Annie, could potentially be why they're holding off news, maybe, and they'll show it off and on literally at the time of French Annie, they'll probably release a video. I don't know. This is just spitballing ideas, or maybe in the coming months when because typically around September, October on JP is when they release like those huge game-breaking legends, and it's typically the legend that ends up being our actual anniversary legend.
Yeah.
So maybe around that time we might see something, or maybe New Year's. I don't know.
I mean, overall, it's crazy, right? Like we have Yoshi-san start, and then the content that like literally happens right after he starts, everything's like ridiculous. Like I don't know if these like the issue is that everyone is like, and I'm not going to take any credit away because if it was Yoshi-san that like that set all this stuff up like before anyone knew that he was going to be the new lead producer, then like hats off to him, right? But like, how much are we like? How well known is it that he was the one that made the 1-0 legend, like the Law Sugar Fest and those kinds of things? Like, we're not 100% sure in that sense. I guess we just assume because it happened in the same timeline.
Yeah, the only thing is that we would probably just assume that based on the tweet that was given out.
Yeah.
So at that point, they're like, okay, so everything from here on out is by Yoshi potentially. I don't know.
Which man, it's so sick. I think this is really good for the game. I think like I mean I haven't looked into him. I don't think there's really much like information to kind of go off in terms of like finding out like his previous areas of work and such. There might be, I'm not 100% sure on that. But it's very exciting when you have someone come in that just says, they're going to like the best days are still ahead. And every single event that's happened after that has actually just been very good. I mean, Global's been quite bland for the last like 15 days, which is like, it happens with Global, but it's very exciting. I think Yoshi-san's introduction to the game
I'm really
is very
interested
good.
to see is how is Treasure Map Sugo's
that's what I'm scared of.
going to be dealt from here on out.
Treasure Map and sales are the two big points
Yeah.
that'll really like. You can make good. Anyone can make a good Sugo Fest. It's very easy to just chuck in like good Sugo Fest to entice people. I mean, obviously with French Annie Sugo Fest being the best we've ever seen, like it's very easy to say, yep, everyone can pull here. But it's the little things that are going to really make an impact, especially for the end game players, like Treasure Map rewards, how the TM Sugos are structured now, gem sales. All those little things, like even like extra quality of life things. Obviously, you will talk about later, but the JP version got, 10.1, a bunch of quality of life things. But will he try to do like a lot of the things that the player base has been asking in terms of like limit break materials and candy and working on those things as well? Because those things have been being asked for 6 years. And with someone coming in, I mean, like it's a big claim saying that the best days are still ahead. Especially with Treasure Cruise, which has been very stagnant recently. I mean, like we can look at like the revenue scores, and I believe in Japan, Treasure Cruise made I think $25 million US between January and July, and or June, sorry. Yep. And then on the in the US only, it made $2.5 million between January and June. So pretty decent numbers overall, about mid-table when it comes to like gacha games and stuff. It's no Fate Go making $400 million in 6 months,
Nothing's touching that.
you know. But like just to hear that it's making 25 million US dollars in Japan. I mean, I guess hats off because that's all attributed to Sixth Annie and everything around that. Like I'm sure
One thing that like really
crazy.
surprised me was that Treasure Cruise in Japan actually made more money than Dragon Ball Legends.
I did notice that, and it's
Yeah,
very
and
interesting.
both games had their anniversaries in the first 6 months of the year. So
I think
even-
Treasure, bro,
like, that's
Sixth
crazy.
Annie for JP is probably the best Annie we've seen across both games. Hands,
yeah,
I
it was
mean,
wild.
like the whole build up to Annie as well with I mean, like Shank's crew came out, everyone was like, how the hell can you top this? And then
Yeah.
they more or less did. Like the 4 legends that came out for JP Annie were just like all of them were incredible. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So like, and the celebration was great. The gem sales were like absurd for Treasure Cruise levels. So
Yeah.
the money's like they made some decent money. I mean, like it'd be nice. I might later on. I might look into like previous years to see like how that like 6 month period compares. But 25 million US dollars for 6 months isn't really anything to sneeze at. You know, like it's quite a decent chunk of money being made on the JP version of the game. So
Man, I think anyone would take 25 million
bro,
in
amen.
6 months. dude. That's so good.
Also, like, question: do we know if Yoshi's the lead producer on both versions of the game or just global? I'm
Pretty sure
assuming
it's all
all
versions.
of it, right? Yeah.
Because he said he likes to make something special for all versions to feel special, right? So that would
Yes.
signify that he would be managing the entire game in general.
It's exciting. I'm very excited. I think a lot of people are now looking at Treasure Cruise like it's a new coat of paint. It's a new, hopefully, like the only thing I think Todd, you and I were talking about a little bit is like I'm scared for the sense of like we've been fed too much too early, that the expectations for everyone is just going to be like
people's expectations
obscene.
are going to be set, like the bar's going to be way higher for things. And
It
then
was the same thing
when
with
there's a small
competition.
slip up, everyone's going to complain.
Yeah, like it's something with compensation, right? Like we got such like the compensation for that blitz, like it was way too much.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not complaining, like it was great, but like at the same time, it was too much to the point where now whenever we get, an issue happens, the joke used to be instead of getting one rainbow gem, you got like berry, right? As
Yeah.
the compensation. Now instead of getting a gem, it's like, oh, we should get 50 gems.
Yeah,
Just because it's like
that was crazy. I mean, even a little bit further back where they had the gem sale thing for Onami
yeah,
and
yeah.
Tomosaki, and then they actually just gave people the extra
the
gems.
remaining gems, which was crazy itself too.
Yeah.
Like I think like it's too quick of a start in terms of like giving content because with One Piece Day happening and like it's happened and the Sugo and the simultaneous release, oh boy, like this is holy shit. Like
It was insane.
let's get into that real quick. So we're all sitting there and we're all chilling. Todd's streaming. I know Boris is streaming.
Yeah.
We're waiting for this news to drop, and then I'm taking one of the shout outs. Shout out to Anlord. That guy,
Yeah,
I don't know.
shout out to that guy.
I don't know how he does it, but he just says in the subreddit Discord, he says lore is available on global. I'm like,
had the
what?
icons real quick.
I'm like, how? There's no way he's available on global. He said, yep, it's happening. And he's the other units and he's everything and we're good. Let's get it.
The Lord, the Luffy, the Sabo debuting worldwide simultaneously on Korea.
Every version of the game.
English, French, Japan. That was so crazy. And we didn't have any information prior
I
to this
love
maintenance
that.
going live. It was super strange because up until that point, like they didn't even reveal any news prior to the maintenance about what the next banner was going to be. So
Even
we're
the
literally just
banner
like,
had
what's happening?
Even the banner had a blacked out unit. Like, it was like this legend, but you guys don't know who it is. You're like, all right, what do we like? Who do we speculate as we usually do? Because like
V Jump gave us the news, but it was weird on V Jump as well because V Jump didn't even show a silhouette or anything. It just had a little text box.
It's happening.
It's like, yeah, there's gonna be a new Law, Sabo, and Luffy coming. Yeah, just nonchalantly, yeah. And dude, it was crazy. It's crazy because the way that they set it up, it literally was one of the most hype periods that we've had in Treasure Cruise.
I was gonna ask you guys. What do you guys prefer to the whole group? Do you guys prefer knowing the news beforehand and then obviously getting the content, or do you guys prefer like this where you literally don't know what's going to happen until like news time specifically?
A little of
Mhm.
both. It's kind of a difference between the versions. Japan has, they never know what's coming, so they can't prepare their gems or whatever for a big
I mean,
banner.
for the most part, though, we get the data downloads, and we get like people like Anlord who intercept things and are able to figure stuff out. But I think for me personally, like I love this. I love the fact that everyone was sitting there like biting their nails, like what the hell is going on?
I will admit, as a creator, I do prefer having the news
Oh,
prior to.
yeah,
It
that's
definitely
fair.
helps me out a lot because when that news dropped and after I streamed, I was busy like the whole day. I was like so busy doing shit. But having that information prior to, and then getting it up, and then obviously doing other stuff later would have been better. But either way, in terms of hype level, this was one of the biggest celebrations we've had.
I mean, let's get into the Sugos themselves, though. You know what I
It
mean?
was crazy.
Let's start with the JP version. So, prior to this, JP had a vote. So it was all right. We're gonna have a celebration. It's a choose your own Sugo fest. Everyone
Pretty
voted.
pretty unsurprising, I would say, in terms of the votes. Yeah.
Like they voted for the top units that they wanted, and so the first, second, and third place were guaranteed. One of them was guaranteed on the 6 multi and part 1, which is obscene,
It
right?
was the 6th and the 12th as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then subsequently on the other side, it was 4th, 5th, and 6th were guaranteed on the 6th, and I guess the 12th multi part 2. So the top 6 units were Shanks Crew, Snake Man V2 or Kid for first, second, third. 4th being Kaido, 5th Sobermask, and 6th V2 Blackbeard. You could do 6 multis and pull one of the 3 best legends in the game.
Yeah.
Hands down.
The
Which
only
is
thing is
crazy.
they didn't have Sugar or Smoker ready for the vote because I guess they're like the newest ones, I
They're the
suppose.
newest ones, yeah. No, I'll just
But still, like at that point, if you don't have Shanks, Snake Man, or Kid, you have to do 6.
You do
have
6. There's
Yeah.
no. Even if I had one of them, I'd still chance
And
it.
I believe
feel
the
like.
Sugo structure aside from those steps was actually pretty good. I find some information.
Yeah, it's
about
pretty
the
good.
steps.
Do you remember?
Second multi was a guaranteed rated up character.
Yep.
Third multi is one of the 10 voted legends.
Yep.
Oh,
Fifth
that's right.
is the regular fourth and fifth are a regular legend. I think 7 is I don't remember what 7 was.
It's more or less a one legend every multi.
So from the
Yeah,
6
something
multis that
like
you
that.
do, you get 3 guaranteed legends. One of them is rated at one of the top 10, and then the other one is one of those top 3.
Yeah, which is just
And it's a 1.5 legend rate on JP.
yeah, that's right. Also,
Ridiculous.
like the Sugo, like what like,
and then debuting a new
lore.
legend on
And
top
then-
of that.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll get into lore, but I want to talk about the global one as well. Like the global one, obviously, we didn't have the choose your own stuff, which wasn't as hype, but we didn't have the rate up either. But like on global, which is like this was also one of like the best Sugo Fest we've ever seen as well.
This is a great Sugo, yeah.
Every multi was guaranteed a legend, and then every third multi was guaranteed a 12-month legend.
Like that is nuts. I mean, obviously we didn't have like a higher legend rate or anything because French Annie's coming. This was a great
And then-
rate before French Annie.
Lore was guaranteed 20 multis on both versions. I forgot to mention that too.
Yeah.
So like, bro, come on, dude. Like, what is great? Like, just the Sugo Fest and the celebration was just like, I mean, for One Piece Day, you have to do something big, right?
Yeah.
But to have it the simultaneous release on all versions, release like, I guess we'll get into it now. I personally think like top 10, top 8 legend. I don't know. He's fucking amazing, and the batch is pretty good too. I don't know. It's pretty interesting overall.
If we did have a choose your own component, who do you guys think right now on global would get picked as like the top 3? I feel like Soba Mask. I feel like probably
Sobermask rank 1. I reckon Luffy, Law, and Kaido top 3.
I think that's probably what it would
Because
be.
like for some reason people still sleep on Luffy Zoro, even though I personally think they're like an amazing legend. And then I guess for the most part, nothing else really like comes to mind in terms of like
I would say Bullet, but like we just had that.
We just had that, right?
Yeah, there would be Bullet.
Halloween Ace, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe Halloween Ace.
What
about
Chopper?
Maybe.
Nami
Nami Robin might actually get up there.
Nami Robin would be up there.
just
I
because they're
think-
brand new.
I think
Yeah.
Luffy, Law, Kaido, and Sobermas like opposite order. I think Sobermas would be number 100%. I mean, Sobermas was 5th and Kaido was 4th on JP. So it
Yeah.
just goes to like
Oh,
I mean,
really? That's crazy.
if we were to look at like JP's vote as like, I mean, I guess you can't say it's the best legends, but it's the most wanted legends. Shanks Crew being number 1 is incredible in itself, right? It just goes to show how amazing that unit is, and like it's fantastic. Secondly, being Snake Man V2, obviously like hands down, Snake Man V2 is just incredibly powerful. You just can clear content. Kid is like one of the from what I've seen is a very enjoyable, very fun legend to play. And then Kaido being 4th, and Somas being 5th above Blackbeard, who was like a brand new legend who's been out for like 2-3 months max. Like you gotta
I can understand Kaido being so
Somas though is
Sobermask being up there
it's
still is pretty
interesting.
surprising. Yeah. But he's a popular character and he's still really good.
He's
That-
so good.
That
Great
character's amazing.
classes.
That character is just hands down like,
And
fantastic.
really, really good sub for my man V3 Law.
I mean, let's get into that. V3 Law.
V3
Go for
Law,
it.
man.
Hit it, Joba. Hit it. Do it, man.
I think Soba Mask has got to be like the 3rd most excited I've ever been to pull a legend, other than Carrot and Lucy. Have been, I think,
Lucy's-
probably my top 2. Yeah, when I got
Lucy,
Lucy, I went insane because I got him on debut.
did Todd kick the chair or
Oh yeah,
That's a throwback.
Don't remind me
Lucy,
of that.
Lucy was just broken for such a long
I
time.
mean Lucy Slew is fantastic. That
Yeah,
6+
Lucy's
is
so
crazy. His 6+ is amazing. But Law.
I think Law's very good. I'm interested to see what Knight's opinions are on Law.
Knight, how did your pools go, Knight? I should go around and ask people's pools. Yeah. How'd your pools go?
I didn't
Knight?
get anyone.
Yep, feels. I'm in the same boat as
Yeah.
Knight.
We're getting from the TM ticket.
Yeah, that's true. My bad.
Yeah.
That is Knight's job. Cobb, did you end up pulling or
No,
nah?
I didn't pull. I'm trying to stay as free to play as possible at the moment, just with the way the world is. So we're
That's
saving.
right. Nah.
It's a
Joba
good
pulled
way
on
to
the other banner, part 2. We didn't even talk about that
Oh.
part 2 one for global.
I
as
did
well.
both. I did
You did
3
both?
on part
Oh, alright.
1. Yeah,
Let's
I got the new Sabo, who's
That's
apparently pretty good. Yeah,
I
and,
think he's a fantastic recruit.
and then I did 6 on part 2, and I got that. I finally got Summer Carrot.
At least part 2,
About
they're all
that.
30 Rainbow Gem multis.
That is true. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
It's a guaranteed special character on each multi. That's where I got her on the 5th.
That's really good.
well, I got and for my 3rd multi, I got Carrot, so the oldest possible legend you could have got from that
Oh wow.
12 months, and I was pretty mad, but I was like, they did.
Oh, I did too
Let's just
actually.
go.
3rd
Yeah,
multi. Yeah,
That multi sucked balls, bro. That
Yeah,
shit was
it
kind of doo-doo, but at the
On
same
those
time,
12-month legends, I got 2 Kaidos and 2 Shirahoshi.
you did get 2
Man-cherries.
Kaidos, which is very interesting.
And I got 2 Shirahoshi Man-cherries too.
Bruh. Not even.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But
l-
ace, we still got it. But yeah, as for Law himself, man,
Bruh.
I think he's very good.
Is interesting. It's great. I don't know. He's
Oh,
crazy.
did you see Game with their newest power rankings post?
What they put him as?
They put the top 3 best captains. This is just captains
Yeah,
alone.
yeah.
No, I don't know if this is in order, but they had Shanks Crew,
Yep.
they had Luffy Law,
Yep.
and then they had the new Law.
Bruh. All right. Well, I'm gonna go into his
Ooh.
captain ability. Like, I'm also I want to go back to I should have said this at the very start of the episode. This episode isn't really like that much discussion because like there's just a butt ton of news. So like we kind of thought we might as well go through all the news because all of it's like really really interesting. But Law's captain ability. So he is a Psy free spirit slasher.
Mhm.
If your HP is above 90% at the start of the turn, boost attack of free spirit, fighter, and striker characters by 4.5, 4 times otherwise, 1500 HP at the end of each turn, and reduces incoming damage by 25%.
And the best part is the damage reduction and healing. That's
So
what makes him so good.
First of all, though, free spirit fighter striker, and he is a free spirit slasher.
Super odd.
Very odd decision.
Yeah, I thought for sure he was going to be a slasher captain.
They could have made him a striker.
Honestly, he
could've-
should have either just been a striker or just boost 4 classes.
But but on that though, he boosts 3
Yeah.
classes though. It's very interesting.
That's
Have
a
we-
majority of the game.
I was
Do we
gonna say,
have-
when you say just boost 4 classes, like, dude.
We've never had that. Yeah. Have we had a character that just outright boosts 3 classes? Like obviously opposed to like
I think
carrot and
uh,
stuff,
Doesn't
but-
doesn't
Sabo.
Shirahoshi
Gucci Sabo.
yeah, Sabo.
Shirahoshi Manchiro,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
boosts 3.
Sabo, I think is Shooter, striker, something else.
shooter,
Free spirit.
fighter,
No,
free
he's
spirit.
fighter, shooter,
Yeah.
free spirit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, better. But all right, so you get 4.5 times attack boost, which like for global is like a lot,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and obviously for JP it's a lot, but like obviously with 5 times captains, it's like it's high end, it's not the best. But that's above 95% SG. But on top of that, though, a 4 times boost otherwise, which like a 4 times captain is not like is actually really like very, very strong. It's a very good unit. And then 1500 HP recovery. So you have 2 lords, you get 3000 plus auto heal, you get 4,000, and I believe you can use. I think it's the Hawken for another 1,000. So you get 5,000 recovery at the end of each turn, more or less, and then 25% damage reduction. Let's get into this a little bit.
Yeah, if you have double lore, you have max damage reduction sockets, and then you have the Megalo ship, which is probably his best ship.
Yeah, it is.
You get 54% damage reduction all the time.
So half the damage is getting cut at all times.
And then you could have the switch effect of either like Don Krieg and Gin or Ivankov Bon Clay to get an additional 20% damage reduction every single turn.
So this guy's made for like, he's. I personally think it's a better Wako, hands down. It's literally a better Wako. His character is so good. He's actually like he's one of the best just like tank captains. You can run him in like I reckon he'll thrive in like in training forests.
Yeah, I mean I use him to clear Revolutionary too.
And Revolution 2 is like one of the hardest bits of content in the game at the moment.
I've been trying to work on the Heavenly Demon one, and that's a little bit tricky, but I'm pretty sure he'll be able to do it.
He's so good, dude.
He is insane. Just
and
the amount of healing that you get, the damage reduction, you're just tanking so well. He has a lot of good healers and defensive style units that can be applied on his team because he boosts free spirit, striker, and fighter characters like Time Skip Nami, Shirahoshi Manchuri, Shirahoshi herself, Limited Roku Bonnie. Like, there's just so many
those
good
three
characters.
classes are really good, especially Free Spirit is like like fantastic. Like all those classes are like.
I'm happy that he boosts striker as well, actually, because like all those Nami characters you can use with him.
Yeah, finally, right?
Yeah.
And then before I had another point. Before I get into that, his special changes empty block, bomb, recovery, and G orbs, and badly matching into matching. So you know, full board of orbs.
And his own orb.
Oh yeah, all right. Own orb. If your captain's free spirit driven, cerebral, or powerhouse, amplifies the effect of walls by 2.25 times for 2 turns. And if it's free spirit driven, cerebral, or powerhouse,
no, that's incorrect.
Yeah, Solaris.
Solaris.
No shout out to that
guy. Rescinded shout out.
Rescinded shout. That's a negative shout out. No, Solaris is good work.
Fighter, shooter, striker, slasher.
So he said free spirit driven cerebral powerhouse. It's the other classes, right?
I don't remember which one is which, but yeah.
Either way, other classes boost the chain by 2.5 times for 2 turns.
It's the same thing that Raid Croc does. So your base chain starts it. So when you hit your first hit, it's starting off at 2.5.
Which is like a lot.
So when you hit all your perfects, I believe it's a 4 times chain.
It says like in maxes at 35 times. Which is
that's
like,
the max cap. So if you're using chain boosting cap, I haven't tested it out using him under like V2 Mihawk and using crap.
Or imagine him with sugar.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah.
The damage is too much.
That's really good actually.
he has 1.5 times recovery with pinch healing at 50%. No, does he have the new buff that reduces no heal duration? But he does.
Yep.
And then slot bind 10 turns, which is like he's
got great pinch healing too. That's
even his support isn't that bad.
Yeah, he's got a good support too. Yeah.
When you get inflicted with orb randomize, changes free spirit characters into matching, which is good.
Yeah, like icing on the cake.
And then his PvP stuff boosts CT charge for side characters by level 6, 40 seconds after the start of battle, reduces special CT charge, guard, and speed of driven and powerhouse enemies by.
Okay, that's interesting. Just like nerf driven and powerhouse enemies.
And then his special itself does 1.1 fix to enemies in a large range and reduces silence paralysis duration by 22 seconds. And bind, sorry.
A little niche, I think.
Little niche, but I reckon he can slot into some pretty good like attacking teams, I feel like.
Because with PvP effects that like reduce your debuffs, it's annoying because like you don't choose when to activate the special.
Yeah,
it's all automated.
Yeah.
So you can use the special and then the enemy can then apply those debuffs. And I guess
on top
I don't
of
know
it.
if that really works. Yeah. It's a little silly, but Either way, Law's very good, and I do think on global right now he's probably one of the best legends in the game.
It's a T0 on global, 100%.
On JP, he's pretty up there. There are lots
How'd
of
it
other
feel-
characters that he's competing with.
How'd it feel getting him?
Oh, very good. Dude, since I pulled him, I have not stopped using him. He
Oh, and
is
also his
so much
art,
fun.
that whole batch's art is like on another level.
It's
I
great.
personally feel like the Sabo and the Luffy look so good as well. Like those two rare recruits, oh god, it just looks so, bro. It's a good ass time to be a Treasure Cruise player. Like right now, it's actually it's hella cool.
And
And
people are asking as well, like, yes, the law will be pullable on the French Annie Sugo, so you could get really
so that's
lucky.
I was just about to say, like, law being available just before French Annie is incredible for people like, you know, we'll get into French Annie because I have some numbers there too, which would be, you know, entice a lot of people to be pulling there. But law being available there is incredible. And I mean, like, that Sugo Fest on JP was like, you know, one of the best Sugo Fest in you know, well, it's a very good Sugo Fest, at least 6 multi, one of the top 3 legends in the game. Law being guaranteed on the 20th multi on both versions of the game is, you know, is also very good because this is the first time the global scene are guaranteed on 20.
True.
As well. So you know, we never know. Things are going to definitely shift. And also, like, a few little side things that came out. A new ship got released. Which ship is it again? It's the Drake ship, correct?
Yeah, X-Drake
Yeah,
ship.
Drake.
It's a 1.7 times ship, pretty much. It's like 1.6, and there's an additional like 1.1 or something like that.
Yeah, your whole team has to be Psy to get the additional 1.1. I think your captain has to be Cerebral, Free Spirit, or Drake, I want to say, or Slasher. So yeah, it's a 1.6 ship if you have the right class captain,
Yeah.
and then an additional 1.1 if they're all Psy.
So 1 point, pretty much, you know.
It's a 1.77. Yeah, so yeah, here, I've got it here. So and it also reduces cooldown by 1 at the start.
Which is always great.
Captain gets 500 recovery, which is good for law, so his pinch healing does more.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 1000 HP to the captain at the end of each. Oh yeah, you get 1000 HP heal at the end of each turn.
Yeah.
So amazing. And then your captain has to be Free Spirit, Slasher, or Cerebral for 1.
It's also it's just a fantastic ship for as well.
It's arguably the best ship for law. Actually, it's probably better than Megalo.
I'd say, like, if you like, I mean, you don't even need the damage reduction, dude. You just don't. Like, he's already reducing enough as it is with just like 2 laws and damage reduction sockets. Like, it's honestly very
And
good.
if you build a full Psy team, it's a 1.77 constantly.
That's a lot of damage.
And it's got a special 10-turn cooldown, reduce the cooldowns of all Psy characters by 1.
Hey, what more could you ask for a ship?
That is awesome. This ship is wicked, and it's an unlockable ship, so it costs 30 gems. But of course, on top of that, you get 100 of each cotton candy and all the
Especially
good
with
stuff.
Chopper now as well. You're gonna dupe those. Like, I don't know, man. I reckon ships now, like, that's a good ship. That's worth 30 gems. Even if you don't have like law, it's still like worthwhile just to pick up.
Yeah,
I feel like. And then also, Akizuna Kaido just also like snuck its way into. The Kaido's pretty interesting. I believe his special is like enemies at 20% just like they just get killed, which is similar to like things like, you know, Garp and such.
Yep.
But then also, if they're above 20%, he does 1 million fixed damage. I believe it is. So
Yeah.
it's a pretty good unit overall. Like, it's not, I mean, like, it's not wow. I mean, obviously not, because it isn't one of those like extended Kizuna units where you have to like do 4 Kizunas to like unlock the full potential. But like, you know, another style of Garp where like you can just kill things 20% or do 1 million fixed damage.
He's got a pretty good captain effect for a free-to-play unit.
I have not had a look personally.
It's a 3.25 to quick, 1.25 HP, and -2 cooldown at the start.
Oh, jeez.
Just
Ooh.
pretty nice flat captain, but special, it's okay. Like the 1 million fixed damage is fine, but I don't see too many situations where that's going to be.
Yeah, you're not gonna be like making way for him in teams, but like it's in one of those niche abilities where like,
I mean, the
you know,
damage doesn't even go through defensive effects either, which is kind of annoying.
suspect. They don't want no more.
If it went through barriers, it'd be super interesting. You could use it on like mini bosses.
But you remember how they nerfed Garp? Or what was it, like the instant kill ones like Shiryu and stuff?
Oh
in,
yeah, like you're not allowed to bring him.
So like, I don't know. They kind of made him, and they don't want us to exploit that kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
trying to do it through barriers.
It's a nice captain for TM.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that's very
yeah,
true.
that's very true. Yeah.
Too bad he'll be boosted once and probably never boosted again.
Never
But,
really-
Yeah, so, that's for this
but
TM.
at least that TM is great. It's got a good captain option.
He had
And also, I
7%.
wanted to note the login for Kizuna: 4 potions and 20 tickets daily. during Kizuna.
What?
4 potions.
Oh my god.
Like, that's hella good. Even if you use
Holy.
like 1 or 2 a day, to get 4 potions a day is just like insane in itself. The tickets are like whatever, but 4 potions is like, you can't. The only way you can get potions is by buying them, like gem packs.
Mm.
So 4 potions is hella good. And then you can also get like limit break materials for obviously the new Luffy Boa, and then you can also get limit break materials for Ace Marco and Zoro Sanji. So another opportunity, if you haven't yet maxed those characters out on the JP version of the game, make sure you get those limit break crystals, those orbs during your time in Kizuna. On that though, JP version 10.1 is coming, and it has a lot of quality of life updates that the global version really needs,
Yeah, it's a pretty good update actually.
but the JP version will be receiving. A lot of it has to pertain to TM, and I think it's very important that it does, because I think TM does need that new sheen. It needs something
Yeah, we talked about it
new going for
last time. Yeah.
because TM sucks balls and no one wants to farm it. So hopefully these little additives actually do something towards that let you, look towards actually playing TM a lot more. But going through that very quickly before we get into a bit of a discussion, there are now designated team slots for TM teams. That in itself is enough to be like, thank you. Like, finally,
Yeah, I feel like that should have been a thing from the get-go.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I hated the fact you build your teams, and then I have no slots left. And there you have this whole this whole ordeal to get your team set. But now having designated team slots for TM itself is just going to be very convenient. We also have boss info is now available for Treasure Map, which is
Again,
great.
Should have been available from the get-go.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did we not have that?
Well, it's the thing is, Global didn't have it.
Yeah.
JP had it because they got the website update. It's like that's how we always got our information for TM. Like, we were able to at least look things up prior. It's because JP released had a website blog update that would release, teams you can run and what the boss does and all that kind of stuff. So you could at least prepare for it on the JP version. But Global literally was just like, all right, cool. If you don't know, if you don't watch content creation on the game, you're just gonna have to guess. Good luck. Just don't die. I don't know. And then also something very odd is that you can participate in lower leagues for Treasure Map. So if you're I'm assuming it is, if you're in New World, you have the option to go participate in Grand Line and East Blue, which is, I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
Well, that's not good for that's good for other people. Like, not really good for players like us. Like, we don't really care.
But see, here's where I'm gonna jip you a little bit, mate.
I
I've set the trap, and I'm gonna spring it. With the new Treasure Map reward update, no longer will people be able to get rank 1 and such. It'll be a percentage base similar to that of Team Kuzna. Yeah. Now, what do you think? Do you think it's possible that the reason that you can participate in lower leagues is because you can also get the rewards for those lower leagues as well?
No.
All right.
The way I see it is that if you're in the gold league, you can just play the lower league if you can't compete in the gold league, and the points will be way less. That's what I think it would be.
Do you think it's gonna be like a universal leader?
No. I feel like if you're in gold league, you can still farm silver league. It's just the league. It's just the map. It's not like you're playing in that league. It's just you can decide to play the lower map.
I don't know. I have this feel unless it's actually just been confirmed yet, and I'm stupid. But I have this feeling that maybe the reason you can participate in lower leagues is to potentially rank in lower leagues too.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you be in gold league in the first place competing against a silver league? Because there's set amount of people in each league. Obviously, with the bronze league, everyone's there. True. It doesn't make sense in my opinion. I feel like if you're in gold league and you can't play the gold map, you can play the bronze map, and your points you earn on that are still going towards your gold league ranking. But it's just you're playing the easier map, and it means that your point growth will be less, but you're playing an easier map. That's what I think, anyway. I know.
I agree. I agree. I think, logically speaking, that makes the most sense. But I feel like the side of me that wants to be there's more chance to earn rewards now, just because you could potentially rank in 3 different leagues and earn rewards.
I feel like that would be so stupid if you could rank in 3 different leagues. I feel like that would be dumb.
I feel like that'd be unfair to the people who are in the other leagues.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's very true.
And then
Yeah.
on top of that, like if you're already in that league, then why are you bothering to compete in the lower ones as well?
I guess just like I guess it kind of because I think we did get like a slight image of like the 0.1 to 0.5% rewards. I don't recall,
I saw 100 gems
which is like
Yeah.
and some limit break materials.
which is kind of good because for the most part, I'm assuming that like here goes 100 gems. It has 10 almighty guaranteed, 20 blue shards, and 10 red. Bruh,
I'm
Yeah.
sure that'll be changed.
that better be changed, but I don't want 20 friggin' blue shards if I'm ranking 0.1%.
It should be a lot more than that.
Yeah, maybe 200 of them, bro. God forbid. But maybe if like the rewards are done like that, maybe you could see them having like you could rank in each of them, and the reason to get into New World as a rank means you have the opportunity to rank in all three to get 3 sets of rewards. That's the only like way I
Maybe.
could like justify it. But I think I agree with you guys. It would be pretty dumb if they just allowed that. But like at the same time, I feel like I don't know, like it's a chance that that could be the case as to why.
Yeah, if they change it to be like a universal ranking, that'd be super weird. Or if they just have the 3 separate leagues and a universal ranking as well.
See, I think that I mean like that's similar to the Beast Pirates Blitz.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I
So
think
there's
that would
like,
be
there's like an
great.
additional layer of rewards on top of it.
I think honestly that would probably be the best way to do it, right?
Yeah.
I mean it's pretty similar to the PvP ranking stuff. Well, not ranking, but rewards in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have the rewards for each of the A, B, and C blocks, and then you also have the rewards for either the final or the exhibition matches.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I could definitely see that being a possibility where there was a universal ranking reward, where there still is rank 1, 2, 3, and so on as universal, but then for the other ones it's percentage based. So the rewards are a little less, but you can still earn rewards, and then you also have points that tally up to an overall universal or like actual ranked one instead.
Yeah, potentially. We just don't
You
know.
know,
We need a little bit more
PvP, we
info.
predict a lot of shit. We predicted law at some point. We said Legend Law was coming. You know, it wasn't super tight, but it's close enough. We do predict a lot of stuff. So if we got this one right too, you know where it came from.
I still think X Drake is gonna be the next legend. It has to be. My man X Drake.
I mean, his ship did just come out,
Mm-hmm. I feel like it has to be.
and
X
it's a
Drake.
Psy ship,
Yeah.
all Psy. So all that I'm saying is that
It'd
the
be-
dots are kind of connected.
Dude, like all they gotta do is make him compatible with law, so he's got to have one of the primary classes and the
Make him a
secondary
striker.
classes,
Make him a striker
like a
fighter.
powerhouse or a free spirit, so he can work with the new Luffy and Sabo that dropped as well.
Make
Free
him a
spirit
slasher.
striker, free spirit slasher, free spirit striker. One of the two would be perfect.
Make him not even interact with the law at all. Just for me. Make him int, but he has Psy super typing.
In
He
dream,
turned Psy.
cerebral.
And
He turned
cerebral,
Psy.
call it a day.
Oh,
Into
no.
cerebral slasher.
So bad.
Also on this version update, we have a search bar.
Finally.
Woo! About freaking time,
I'm actually
dude.
so pumped for that.
I feel like we asked for that a while ago.
We asked that
Yeah.
since day 0, dude.
Yeah.
But there's so many units now where it's like, bruh, this shit. Like, shout out to the database.
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
a
even
shout
on
out,
the,
bro.
on the,
Yeah,
on the
dude.
example image that they have, like it just shows they're searching for Luffy. Because that's right. Because like, what if you're at the top of the screen and you need to find Psy Luffy? So you go scroll all the way down. So you just type in Luffy and it'll pop up.
Scroll like 1,500 characters in your box, and
Yeah.
you know you're there.
I can never find Franosuke in the box.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
God,
he
One
took me a
character I
while to find the
can
other
never
day.
find. So
I
there's
can never find him because I sold him to the Ray shop. That's how useless he is.
Oh no.
Okie dokie.
No, and
Yeah.
also we can change the crew from the homepage. I'm not exactly sure as to how much that is, but I'm assuming that just means like from that little part at the
Yeah.
bottom of the actual like home screen, you can click on that. I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
whatever is your primary crew that you have set up at the time is shown on the home screen, so you can edit it from there, which is interesting.
There's also 2 new filters. So same character filter, which
Again, very useful.
seems like it's going to be just hella convenient, and then boost effect,
That's
Which-
good.
which I'm assuming is just like if it's boosted on TM and you filter
Or
by
Blitz
that,
battle
or
or something. Yeah.
something along those lines, which is just amazing. You know,
Again, something that we've been asking for a while.
all these things, they're just making the TM planner more and more obsolete. Even though TM planner is still like the best way to make teams, I
It's
feel.
still good, yeah.
But But no, like it's these
Well, it
are all
depends
things
actually, because with these new team slots on Treasure Map, what if like once you build a team and like you go to a new one and it's like when you try and put in a character, it's like, oh, you've already selected this for another team or whatever.
that'd be pretty cool.
Or like
That'd be-
then
that'd be
maybe
good.
you have like a slot for in the intrusion battle where there's no overlaps and it doesn't matter. But then you got ones for the battle rush and the final boss. Yeah.
I feel like that would be the ideal way to kind of
Yeah.
do it. But who knows? It's probably not.
Yeah,
like
we
that.
don't know. We'll have to wait and see how
Have to
it
wait.
comes into effect.
Also, a little one's kind of weird, but I guess like it's people wanted it maybe. The exact amount of XP for Pirate Festival special moves and abilities will be shown before powering up.
Yeah, I know some JP players were making note of that. That wasn't a thing. I was actually pretty shocked. I thought that would have been a thing, but it's
So
not.
that's obviously it's good. And
Yeah,
then I guess the little creme de la creme, we got some new tablets
Yes,
and some buff tablets, which
Birdman
is
hands.
always
let's
really
go.
cool. So, but getting into the buff tablets, so the two buff tablets, that's what I'm calling them now. The two
Tablet.
buff tablets are Barrier Pen and Enrage. Barrier Pen now reduces barrier duration by X
Yeah.
amount of turns.
No, I don't think it's that.
Isn't it?
No,
That's what who's lying to me in these translations,
I'm
dog?
pretty sure it's like it makes contact with the barrier now, as well as bypassing it. So like when the character previously would hit the barrier, it would just pierce
Ooh.
it. So
Okay,
now
no, that
Oh,
makes-
yeah,
that
it
makes
right.
a lot
actually
more sense.
removes like the combo hits, or if you hit it perfect, it removes the perfect.
All right, that makes a lot. Yeah, I agree. That makes way more sense.
So
Yeah.
those people who have like 14 limit break, whatever V2 Kuzan or whatever,
They can finally max them out because it's worth it.
Mhm.
Like Barrier Pen right now actually might be one of the best abilities in the game.
I agree.
Right now with its new buff, it's fantastic.
And also the Enrage tablet now also reduces increased damage taken debuff by a number of turns.
Super odd, but I'm down for it.
I mean, it's good, right? Like,
So it's like when you take a hit, you get the increased attack, but then it also reduces increased damage taken. That's what I assume how it would work.
and then also there are actually 4 new tablets because
Mm.
another sneaky one got. I'm going to leave this one for Cobb because he had the best idea for it.
Mm.
We have 4 new tablets. We have a special limit reduction. This reduces special limits, so silence, by X amount of turns. We have a slot conversion block, which is the it's like the little chain around your actual slot in the team.
Slot barrier lock
Slot,
thingo.
yeah, whatever it is, that reduces. And also recovery amount down, which I believe is seen in the new 1.0 lore. And this reduces the recovery down debuff, which is like those little like green
The green bubbles, yeah.
yeah. And
Green
also
yeah.
we got another one, just came out of nowhere. It is a piece of meat with like a fork and a knife and a spoon or something like that. And Cobb, you wanted to give your 2 cents on that
had
one?
the best,
Great
opinion on
idea.
I'm glad to hear that people liked it as well because it's something I've been wanting for a really long time. I remember when, this is way back now, we were speculating about what 6+ ML could do.
Oh yeah.
I was like, why not make him able to collect meat with perfects? So that's what I'm hoping that this limit break is, that you can collect meat with perfects. I was thinking as well that, as you level it up, maybe you get a certain percentage of the
Yeah.
recovery back. And
Oh,
then
yeah, that actually
once you
makes a
got
lot of
that
sense.
at level 5, you collect the full meat orb with the
Yeah,
perfect.
that makes perfect sense.
I think that would be
That
very,
would
very
be so, because then it gives people the option, right? I mean, obviously before like up until it's rainbow, maybe even if it is rainbowed, it's not 100%. Because I guess I think like meat is done in a way where it's like it entices you to like not hit the perfect. So, you have to make the option: do I heal? Do I hit the perfect to get the damage? Do I kill? Like, can I kill and that kind of stuff? So maybe if it even was like if it was maxed out, it would do like 85%. So even if you hit the perfect, you weren't getting the full benefit. Like I would love it to be 100%, but I feel like it being 100% would be busted.
Or
That'd
maybe
Yeah.
it could be under a certain health threshold.
Oh yeah, that also works too. But
I
feel like
don't know. I
that's
think
such
either
a
way
good
they do
idea,
it.
though. It's such a good idea because, like, like taking out like that whole decision-making process. I guess. I mean, like, it's not really too much of the time. As if you need to heal and you have time to heal, you heal. If you can kill, you kill, right? But like, just having the whole idea where it's like, oh, okay, I know that this unit has maxed out, perfect recovery slot. like I can hit the perfect and I can like do maximum damage if the orb is matching or whatever it is, right? And I can also get a heal out of it too. It's that's gonna work so well. But what do you guys opposed to that? Is there any other ideas you guys have for that new tablet, that new slot?
So weird because it's
The
like
only-
it's got a fist as well. Oh yeah, you go, Knight. Yeah.
All I was gonna say was the only thing I don't like about that idea is like if you're running like a low HP captain like
That's true.
V2 Whitebeard or V3 Kata, if you hit a perfect and then you like get above the threshold, like that's the only thing I
You
don't
can't
like
avoid
about.
healing.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I suppose those
well-
characters you'd hope wouldn't have it. But
Oh wait, doesn't Quickbeard
I mean, but-
negate recovery? With his
Yeah,
Quickbeard-
but like
Yeah, but
for other
V3
ones,
Cutter. But yeah, I
and
understand what
yeah.
you're saying. Yeah, it could
Yeah,
actually be a huge problem. Yeah, but even though it's a potential ability though, so it would only work for that one unit. It wouldn't work for your whole team.
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So like, I think it's like kind of crazy. And I'm gonna go back to it, man. I reckon like they're gonna eventually like Legends will be having 4 limit break abilities. I think it's gonna happen soon because they've released these 4. Plus, we still have like Shipbind and Fear, as it's now known on as Global. So Sailor Despair or Fear, available as well. So like
the only thing is like they're introducing such weird effects.
obscure
with those
things,
tablets.
right?
They're just so pointless because you just don't need tablets. You don't need abilities to remove them. You just find other ways around them.
A lot of characters already have special silence, like reduction in their like Sailor abilities or their specials, and the slot conversion block, like I guess, is annoying, but like you can like it doesn't really matter all too much, all things considered, really. And then recovery down amount, like it can
Another
annoy
thing
you.
about that
But
new tablet that was kind of interesting to me, like as much as I would love it to be if you hit a perfect and you heal from it, that would be great. But the only thing that I would say that wouldn't be the case is because there's no perfect symbol on the tablet. What we see is a fist.
yeah,
So is it maybe when you eat a recovery slot, that character gets high base attack for the next
like
turn?
like in Rage for
like
collecting.
the opposite of enrage, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool as
potentially.
well.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe if they have a meat orb, but it's considered like matching automatically, or it's above like a 2 point, like it's a higher boost like that.
Treats it like a rainbow, but
Yes, no
attack
one
boost.
Oh, geez, that'd be
Damn,
pretty cool.
that'd be
too,
really that'd be really strong. That'd be too strong, actually. I take that back.
I think all those things are very exciting, though. Like it's all this stuff's really cool.
It's
Like
just
you know,
how are they going to introduce them? Are they just going to make like a new limit break expansion batch with these new abilities on them? Are they going to give a
That's
full
what I'm
ability to
concerned about,
Legends? We
right?
don't know. Yeah.
like, I mean, like I think Law has received a new one.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't. I thought he did.
No,
That's
he's on global.
boo. Nah, but it's just gonna be like, are they gonna really keep like pushing that whole like limit break expansion for rare recruits and start giving a lot of them 3 limit break abilities?
Yeah, they
And
will.
I think that's the case because I feel like giving Legends 4, it isn't the time. Like they're gonna have to do. I think they're gonna have to do a big update, like a new. Like they're gonna have to either revamp limit breaking in general or add a new way to upgrade your Legends for them to say, oh, we can have 4 limit break abilities now on your Legends and stuff. That's the only way they can really do that, in my opinion.
Or just another limit break expansion path.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't. I'm not
As long as it
wanting.
doesn't cost an arm and a leg.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
going to cost me my whole limit break inventory to max out another legend. I'd
I mean,
rather not.
I'd be fine with it if the character stats like double or some shit.
Yeah, if I get like a 6,000 attack Snake Man V2, I'm
Oh,
down.
God.
Let's go.
But like,
Could
it's
you
not happening.
imagine? Could
it's
you
not
imagine
happening.
like a character based like that recovers based on their recovery stat and they go like over 1,000 recovery or some
Okay,
stuff?
buddy, calm down there. It's all right, buddy. All right.
It'd be nutty.
6+ NL fans are still crying out there. They're waiting.
Yeah, when's V2 though?
When's V2 though?
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe never. Speaking of maybe never, just kidding. That was a terrible segue. French anniversary. Oh baby, oh baby,
Yeah, it's pretty
Oh,
juicy. I'll admit.
baby. Bruh. Yes.
Like it's funny because when they released all this info, everyone was so hyped for this law, and everyone's like, "Oh, let's go to Summer
French
French
Annie,
law." And
French
then we're like,
Annie.
"Wait, hold on, don't pull, don't pull." Save the
French Annie, hold on. And then someone delved in and found the French Annie Sugar Fest, and oh boy, global players in for a treat. The Sugar
Yeah.
Fest is being split into 3 parts. Part 1 being guaranteed Shanks, part 2 being guaranteed Arlong, and part 3 being the East Blue Straw Hats, which is quite interesting because
Yeah, that was
on the
weird.
on the JP version, they received their own Sugafest, I believe. So these guys have just been chucked in.
The only question I have is: are the East Blue Straw Hats pullable on Part 1 and 2?
I don't think so.
Probably
I would say either no or very, very great in comparison to Part 3. Because Part 3 has like 5 guaranteed steps, I think it is.
Yeah, I think it's close to 10, I think.
Sorry, 10 guaranteed
East.
steps, but like 5 of them are guaranteed East Blue Straw Hats in the 11th.
Yeah, they've got a bunch of guaranteed Straw Hat steps.
So I would honestly go as far as to say they won't be pullable on Part 1 or 2, which kind of sucks.
Is Part 3 all 30 gems, or it's probably just all 50 gems?
No, it's all 50 gems, actually. There's no 30 gem start, which is kind of lame. But
yeah, Part 3 seems like trash.
Yep.
Great job, Bandai.
But then again, though, those Straw Hats were actually reintroduced in a recent Sugon JP version too. So like if you really were inclined for collection purposes to get them, you know, they will come back eventually at some point. But just French Annie, that's the parts, right? We have a 3 times legend rate. Guaranteed Shanks and Arlong on the 25th. Now this is a point of contention because everyone had the idea that this is going to be 20 because it's French Annie, but everyone also had like the feeling that it was going to be 30 because it's just general for legends nowadays to be guaranteed on the 30th. Like gone cut straight through the middle and done 25. What do you guys think? 25 too much? 25 enough?
I would much prefer
25 straight.
I would much prefer 20, but
inherently,
understandably so. Like, even just dropping it down from 30 down to 25 is a pretty big deal.
That's huge, right? 250 gems less to get
as it stands right now, Shanks Crew is still one of the best legends in the game. So I feel like it's well worth it.
I think Shanks Crew's worth 25. I think Arlong Crew personally isn't.
Another thing that we talked about as well before we started recording is like the amount of guaranteed reds along the way and how there's a pretty good shot you'll probably get him before that 25th multi.
Before the 25.
And going into that though, so every multi is guaranteed legend.
That's
now,
right.
Before we continue on this is what scares me about Yoshi-san's introduction and people being like, you know, being fed too well too quickly. Because we just had the 1-0 law, or we currently have the 1-0 Sugafest where every multi is guaranteed red. And we have this Sugafest where every multi is guaranteed red. Obviously, 2 of those Sugafests are based upon events that are occurring. So obviously it's celebratory. The Sugafest will be good. But do you think now there's an issue where it comes to the player base's expectation that from now on every multi will be guaranteed 1 red?
I genuinely hope not.
No.
I mean, as you said, these are 2 massive celebration Sugafests, one being French Annie, the other being One Piece Day. So I hope we're not getting complacent about it.
People are expecting that every single banner, then they're just a glue eater.
That's amen. I personally think though I reckon it's a good idea. Obviously, right? But like I think just like from a hypothetical sense, I think more like mathematically and financially, revenue-wise, more people are going to be inclined to pull if they can get a red every multi. Imagine doing a 30 gem multi to get at least 1 guaranteed red. People will be pulling on Sugafest a lot more frequently. But on the contrary, though, I think people will be, like Cobb said, complacent. I think people are going to be because it's such a hive mind idea where like we've had it 2 in a row. That means every single Sugo is going to be the same. But in reality, it's just not how it works.
No, yeah, you're right. People
but on that,
keep their
every multi guaranteed red. 5, 15, and 20 are all red multis. We said it. All I'm saying, all I'm saying, GGP did say we'll be getting all red multi in French Annie, and you know you're all welcome. That's all I'm saying.
It's pretty bizarre, honestly. When you really think about it, like all red multis on a Sugo like this is so bizarre.
And three different occurrences of it, though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
We haven't seen anything like that.
These aren't the all reds, but all like 12-month reds. These are just all red, as in any possible from Whitebeard all the way to Shanks Crew.
But there are steps along the way that are 12-month reds. I'm pretty sure.
Indeed. So doing the maths, we're doing the Joba as we call it. 54 guaranteed legends in 25 multis.
Yeah,
54.
That's a lot.
So we have 13 regular reds. So on the 11th poster being the regular red, 33 legends from the all red multis being all 3 of them. And then there are 7 12-month legends. The oldest legend I'm assuming being Carrot because it'll still be in June.
even though this Sugo Fest does look good on paper, one thing I do notice is that there's no step that says guaranteed rate boosted red.
No, there definitely isn't.
It's just like legends from the past 12 months, which is a bigger pool than a rate boosted red.
This is correct. This is
So
definitely an issue.
I
it's
hope
kind
that
of
Shanks
concerning.
has a good rate. That's what I'm hoping.
But 54 reds and 25 multis. That's a lot.
Yeah.
and that's aside from the 3x legend rate. And
Yeah.
the 3x legend rate should also be on average, you might not get this lucky, unfortunately, 1 red per multi in the multi itself. So if you're doing the whole 25, on top of the 54 guaranteed, you should technically get another 25 reds on average.
I'm sure there's going to be people that do 25 multis and get like 100 legends.
Yeah, so that you on average you should get 79 reds in 25 multis,
That's crazy.
which
That's
is just
absurd.
we've never heard that in our entire being. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? This is like this Sugo is if you've been saving and we've all been I've been punching the air, you know, we've been saying this for a long ass time. This is the milestone. You know, we had the previous milestone being Sober Mask and Luffy Zoro. This is the next milestone. And then after this Sugo Fest, your next save point where you can spend your gems will be 6th Annie Legends.
Correct.
For
It just
V2
makes you think,
Snake Man
like, with a Sugo Fest like this for Shanks, what are they going to do for this Snake Man Sugo?
and that's again what I'm concerned about too.
Yeah, I mean, after
Because
this
this is a
Sugo, you
French
want to be
Annie,
saving
right?
until then. Yeah.
This is French Annie though. That's why it's so good. Snake Man's gonna fall on, from what we assume, no celebration at all. It's just gonna be probably
yeah,
maybe
they're going to have to fabricate one out of somewhere.
exactly. Otherwise, it's just gonna be like, because like if they don't do a celebration, there's no chance Snake Man's guaranteed at 20. There's no
Unless
chance.
if they... no, I was going to say Thanksgiving. That's in November, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
too far. That's too far.
unless they really stretch it. I mean, I don't think they
come up with
will.
a
Though.
download celebration.
But dude, we just had that though. Do you think they'll really do another one?
Yeah, that's true. Well, what if
We
they
had
do one with
Sugo.
Korea as well?
Where's the Korean Annie? Where's that? That's already happened.
Korean in like May or June-ish. It
Alright,
was whenever Sober Mask came out.
That's true. So that's already. Damn, I don't know. Then I really don't know.
It's tough. I don't know, but either way, it's
It's
gonna have a big
it's the-
celebration around
It's
it.
the next
Yeah.
point though to pull. But if you guys are always questioning when to pull, the next point to pull will be V2 Snake Man and the other 3 as well.
Snake Man and the other 3.
Snake Man and Co. But also, what is very interesting is an even rarer unit than Shanks' crew himself is a new support Makino.
Oh, what the heck? Yeah, that shit was dumb.
That
Bro.
is only given to players that end up pulling Shanks' crew. 5 or 6 star. Which is just, what is like
It is such a bad idea. Like, why isn't it a Chopper Man mission reward after doing some extravagant thing rather than you have to pull the newest legend in order to get it?
So this Makino reduces chain multiplier and blind by 3 turns,
Which is pretty good.
which is great. But like, it's literally just as exclusive. If you don't pull Shanks' crew, you don't get this support
Yeah, I'm sure they'll make it available in the future.
later on, right?
Yeah,
but
but
like,
who knows when that'll be.
but exactly, that's
Another
the
thing as
issue.
well is like we've seen how good Shanks' crew is on JP. It's not even an essential unit, so even if you do pull Shanks' crew later on and you don't get the mark, it's not a big deal.
No, not at all. Not even the slightest.
But I mean, it's an exclusive unit. You'd like to have it, yeah, for sure.
So that's the Sugo Fest. What do
It's
you guys? How you? All right, let's go around the board. I'm going to start with Joba. He's muted. God damn it, Joba. Always, he's asleep again.
Oh,
Joba's
no.
asleep again.
No, he's back.
He's like,
I went to grab a Kleenex real quick.
all
for
right.
my nose.
Yeah.
What? How many are you doing? What's the plan? What's Joba's timeline for French Annie? What are you thinking, buddy?
When is it again?
Next week.
The 27th.
Next week, fool. That's like in 2 days.
That's technically next week, man.
Technically, yeah.
Shit. I mean, we did just have payday, but I already paid a bunch of bills. I
Oh
don't know.
no.
It just depends on my mood, really. That's pretty much every poll I do now. It just depends on my mood. So we'll see. I'm not gonna go like ultra ham.
But I'm saying
Like,
what would you assume? 10, 5?
No,
At least
I would
5. I
probably-
reckon at least 5, right?
Is 5 the first guarantee or all red?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably do 5.
Yeah, 5 is the first all red
the
multi.
all red
Yeah.
multi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd say
I think
5 is a
I'll be
unit,
between
yeah.
5 and 15
Cobb,
in
what do
that
you
realm.
think?
I really don't know at this stage. It's really, really tough. I'd love to at least get to the second all red, I think.
That'd be juicy.
Yeah, that's the minimum point, I think.
I know my boy Dill's gonna pull.
So 15.
Dill's probably going to go to 25. Unless we get him early.
Yeah, I think he really wants Shanks, so which is understandable.
Oh
Your
no, I'm
15
gonna
as well,
go. I'm
please.
gonna go get Arlong, bro.
Alright, bro. Good luck.
Oh, thanks, man.
I'm actually pulling on part 3. Fuck you.
Oh
I'm
shit,
gonna do
that's
part
the
3.
real winner right
Ooh.
there.
I'm doing 10 on part. Nah, I reckon I've been sold, and I hate it the fact that I've been sold. I'm probably gonna go the full Monty and do 25 as well.
Whew.
Oh shit.
My
Point.
man.
A lot
I'm
of people
very,
are gonna be
I'm
doing
very
full.
frustrated that I'm very frustrated. But I'm the only reason I really like can justify it in my mind is like guaranteeing myself Shanks crew,
Pretty good,
potentially
Yeah.
filling out all the other legends that I don't have.
bro. I'd just love to pull him like early.
Like,
Because
hey,
the only
that
legend
free
this year that
multi,
I've pulled
dog.
early
That
that's
free
been-
multi, slide me check.
the only legend that I've pulled really early this year that's been new has been Pudding. Every other bandit I've pulled on, I've had to go like
Yeah.
more than 10 multis. So it'd be nice to just do 5 multis and get the new unit. Oh, that'd be so good. But we'll see.
get on the
Hopefully
free.
everyone has the best of
On the
luck.
free. We're all gonna get it on the free. Cobb's gonna
Oh,
get it on the
shit.
free.
Yeah,
Cobb
that's right.
has
There's a
that-
free multi as well.
Yeah, the free
Cobb,
multi.
Cobb
True,
has
true,
that
true.
free multi luck, dude.
I think dude, I gotta get something on the free multi sometime soon.
That's
Dude, dude, imagine getting Arlong on the free. Oh,
bro,
even
that
be
would
juicy.
actually make my bro.
That would be flames.
that would make my day. Oh god, that'd be so incredible.
Yeah, that'd be so amazing.
Because we don't even know like what are the rates going to be on the opposite banners. You know,
Yeah.
like, because I really like I already know a few people that like have already planned, and that's very scary to think about in the grand scheme of things. Because if Arlong's rate isn't good on Shanks' side, people are gonna either you're gonna have to get extremely lucky or you're gonna have to pull an Arlong's banner as well if you really want both of them.
I mean, Dylan and
Very
I
fair.
both pulled the opposite unit. We were pulling 4 when Sober Mask came out.
That's true.
Yeah, I got Luffy Zora on Sober's banner and he got the opposite. So it can happen. Don't doubt it.
It's exciting.
It is exciting. There's lots of good stuff to look forward to, man.
Also, on top of everything as well, we have there's a lottery, which is always like, there's always a chance to get some good stuff. Emmanuel Island's coming out obviously, because it does come out with a batch as well. There are rare recruits coming with this also. Emmanuel Island is always going to be convenient. Also, the new buggy raid drops. French Annie. Arlong ship, one of the best Kisner, if not the best Kisner ship.
Yeah, definitely pick that one
Will
up.
be coming out too. 5 times skill up. And I'm a bit upset. You know what I mean? I farmed about 40 to 50 copies of all the Stampede stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, we're gonna get a skill up, and then they said, no, you're an idiot. We have 5 times skill up. I could have just farmed like 15 copies of each and called it a day, but that's fine.
You get that security.
There's a bunch of Chopper Man missions, bunch of gems, tickets, candy, support medals, almighty manuals. And these Chopper Man missions are just for like clearing content, and doing just doing regular stuff like playing the game and things. So make sure you're using your stam if you have time and stuff because there's a lot of gems. I think it's like maybe 10 to 15 gems available from Chopper Man missions, more or less. A lot of tickets are available. Support medals, God forbid we need more of those, in that kind of stuff. Also, the Croc and Daz, so the Strength and Dex dual unit has also a login bonus for people that don't have that on their accounts. You're able to get that from login. Plus, out of nowhere, the co-op quest. What the hell is this?
Yeah, the freaking the sea monster. Dude, the sea monster is actually sick.
It's so good, though.
Is actually it's a 5-star, like I guess a raid because it's a 60 stam quest. Out of nowhere, and it's a good ass unit. It's very it's a good ass. It's the same monster that snapped up Shanks' arm, and it's a good ass unit. It's very exciting. Like it's all happening.
Yeah, the unit is really good for V2 Kuzan.
So fixed damage, so 5/5 fixed damage to all enemies,
for the 5th year French anniversary,
and it ignores all defensive effects. Reduces enemies' defense up and damage threshold by 3 turns. Boosts quick and side character slots by 1.75 for 1 turn, and if crew lanes 3 perfect strikes in this turn, doubles their slot effect. So like,
So good.
it's very well made for Shanks crew, which is ironic in the fact, but it's a good ass unit and it's free. Like it's a farmable unit, but it's a cob quest. We have no idea, but supposedly units are boosted, so maybe it's a blitz.
Yeah. What I think it is, I think it's just a community event.
Yeah.
Because when you time travel and see like you click the boost button and it tells you how much points they've got.
Yeah.
It says that it's called co-op points. So
Oh,
I
okay.
assume because when Big Mom and Brooke came out, we also had the same thing with co-op related stuff.
That's true. That's true.
So I think it's just going to be a community event. I mean, there might be ranking involved, but I think it'll be
Yeah.
community,
I'm
which would be cool.
hoping-
So we get extra rewards.
I'm hoping it's just a community event. I reckon
Yeah,
that'd be
so
like,
am I.
the best way to
And
approach it.
apparently we are getting the treasure map Sugo literally straight after the Shank Sugo, from
Bruh.
what people were saying.
Bruh. Well, I'm not pulling. God, fuck that. But this quest drops support medals. So
Always good. Always good.
please, like you need those. They're very much also trouble missions for it as well. Lots of gems, tickets, and limit break materials are available. Plus, also for the first time in global after like 3 or so years, we have a legend selection ticket. Will be available as one of the trouble missions.
It's been a long ass time.
It has been like 3 years since we had like a legend selection. We don't know the pool of legends. We can speculate. My personal opinion will be like any legend before 12-month legends will probably be available. That's like my assumption, I guess. What do you guys think in terms of the legend selection ticket there?
Ooh, I hope at least Rayleigh and Corazon are in there for people that don't have them,
Yeah,
because they are
Yeah.
amazing.
I think it's just going to be a lot of legends available, but none of like the 12 months. I don't know. Like they might sneak into some weird shit. I don't know. Maybe to have things that like relate to like Shanks crew and Arlong crew, legends that might like relate to them. But I mean, like it's always good. It's a free legend. You get to choose it. So hopefully it's a like.
What if it's literally any legend selection up until before the 12-month
Okay.
period? Like that would be nuts.
That's
Dude,
a lot.
finally, give me my my Zoro Sanji. Not wait, what's the
Sanji Judge?
Sanji Judge? Jesus, man, it's late.
I mean, it's French Annie and it's Yoshi-san. Anything could happen.
Anything is possible. And then also just a little the cherry on top. 6+ Marco is coming out. Always like always nice to have another 6+ unit. Pretty good 6+ overall.
He's a cool bloke.
He does his thing. He flies around. He's all right.
Yeah, he be healing.
That's about it. Holy shit! It was news today.
That's all the stuff.
That was rapid fire. That was really good.
That's all the news and all the juiciness.
Yeah, there's just lots of stuff coming up. And in terms of JP, like, what actual content have they got coming up?
They have a TM, I believe, at some point. Obviously, though, and they have Kizuna at the moment.
Oh, that's right. They got the Kaido out at the moment, so we don't know what's after that.
I think they'll probably just do another.
Speaking
Here
of
we go.
TM,
Go for it.
dude, fucking Knight. I can't believe he's going ham on TM in both versions.
Yeah,
of the
no,
game.
let's talk about that shit real quick.
Oh, bro.
Night flex so
Yeah.
hard on all you scrubs. That man
He
ranked
really
in
does.
JP and in global and outranked, I think, like
Simultaneous.
all of us. He outranked all of us
Jeez.
on the global side, which is kind of just like, but yeah, shout out to that guy. I'm making it fucking 4 shout outs. Knight deserved one.
Ooh, let's go.
But yeah, no, not ranked on global and on why'd you play or why were you playing? That's my
I
question.
don't know, dude.
He should have played.
You really that bored? You really got that much time, bro?
Oh man,
Dude,
I just
COVID.
had the account handed to me, and I was like,
Was it a flex on
all
flame?
right, I'll play.
Is that the real reason?
Oh no, I was gonna go to like outrank Flame because I was over him for a little bit, but then I was like, no, I gotta play JP. But yeah,
priorities. You got the priorities step in. But yeah, you're just all us global players better step our game up. That guy's playing 2 games and ranking high. I can't even rank high. I'm ranking like 8K. This guy's ranking like top 100, bro. Wildin'.
Yeah, look, treasure map is already as hard as what it is, and this man did it on 2 versions
On
at
2
the same time. Like,
Hey, that's
just
respect.
round of applause.
That's
for
respect. Hey,
Knight
let
and
him
Knight.
know. Let him
Yeah,
know for the
good
one
stuff.
time. If you feel that was cool, hit the like button. Helps out a
Hey,
great deal.
And if
So
that
you'll
subscribe button is still red, you should click it.
Yeah, no, please do.
Bro.
38.7% of you people listening aren't subbed. Why?
38.7% of people viewing are glue eaters.
The rest of y'all are pretty damn cool, in my opinion. But if you're watching this video and that sub button is still red, hit it and it turns gray. That's something that I don't tell you in the schoolyard though. And if that thumbs up button is gray, hit it and it turns blue. What are the chances of that? Give it a try. It might work out for you. I don't know. But if you do like our videos, please, honest to God, like the video. It does help us out a great deal. It shows YouTube that people like our content, and then YouTube is able to shove that in everyone else's faces, the recommendations and stuff. And it's a good cycle for us, and it will entice us more to keep pushing out content, which we haven't forgotten about, because we do have ideas and plans and all this stuff's happening. We're just trying to find time to do all this stuff. So please be patient, and we do appreciate all your patience as well. But let's get into some viewer questions. So if you want to ask us any questions, you can always find us on Twitter at GGP Podcast, on Instagram at GGP Podcast, and you can also ask us questions on the community tab now that we have on the Good Great Perfect channel. So from Twitter at JoshTB152002. All right, buddy, get the numbers out of your name, man. What would be your best advice for someone just starting the game? Asking the whole. What do you guys think? What's the best advice for a new beginner?
Make sure your reroll's good.
I reckon uninstall the game. Don't start. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But no, I agree. I think we're in a day and age where there's a lot of guides out there and stuff, but make sure. I mean, French Annie. Hey, hold on. That's probably the best place to start rerolling.
100%.
Reroll if you have an account now that you really like, by all means keep playing it. But if you have the means and you're not really attached to it as of yet, French Annie's definitely the spot to reroll. Get yourself something nice. Me, I'd personally say if you can get yourself somehow get a Shanks crew, you'll be set for God knows how long. But Luffy Law is also a good shout as well. A lot of those top tier legends. Literally just go watch Todd's vid on the tier list.
Go watch the tier list. Yeah,
you
sure.
get a T0, Tier 1 legend it's always going to suffice.
Yeah, tier lists don't help out a lot of people, but if you are new to the game, it gives you a little bit of an idea as to what characters you should be looking out for.
Yep.
And then once you have your established account that you want to start with, you play through the story mode, go to extra island, farm turtles, level up some of your characters, and then start working on the clashes, I would say.
I think a lot of us vouch that this game is actually obviously there's a lot of rare recruits and boosted units and TM rare recruits, blah blah blah. But for the most part, when it comes to clearing content, a lot of the time the free to play units are the go-to choices. Yeah. So a lot of the Clash units are things like Clash Croc, the new Bonnie's fantastic too. There's a lot of other clashes there. A lot of the colos are quite good. Please. Colo Kid, you're going to need him at some point. So when he comes back around.
Replacement?
Okay, buddy.
Ambush Linlin is very difficult, but once you have her, it makes a lot of things accessible.
I'm sure if you're able to re-roll a good account, you can swindle some way to at least get one copy of that unit. But honest to God, a lot of the free-to-play units in this game are very good. I mean, the older ones, maybe not so much, but a lot of the newer raids and Coliseum units are
made some of the old ones a little better though. Monster Chopper's now a 1.75 attack booster for strength. I think Garp is an orb booster now, so
even things like Raid Zoro as well.
Yeah,
Raid Zoro, Raid
Cracker. Again, there's plenty of content creators have released a lot of videos that relate to the best raids, the best colos, and all that kind of stuff. So
there's lots of resources online that can help you out. Narcomer Network is very good.
Oh, 100%. Narcomer Network, the subreddit's also fantastic. A lot of guides. People are very friendly there as well on the Discord. Just kidding. But no, I do poke a lot of fun at it. But for real though, the subreddit's a fantastic place. We have a lot of good people like Mr. Mats, Broken Famous. There was also another guy. I think he's
shout out to Broke, my homie.
You've taken we've used too many now. But Super Red and Hot as well. I think he's taking time off, but he's also very fantastic when it comes to Reddit guides on YouTube. Obviously. Plenty of people there. Knight for the JP side of the game in particular. People like Subconti, fantastic team builder. Todd himself makes some content on Treasure Cruise, I guess. Things like Flame as well. There's a lot of content creators out there that release a lot of content. And I mean, for the most part, with Cruise, it's not even the content creators. It's just the way that I approach doing content is I type in the legend I want to use versus the particular content. And then there will be a video for the most part for every legend or every kind of captain that you want to use against content. So use those resources available. The database, once again, is an amazing resource. And then when it comes to TM itself, to the TM planner is also very good. But just make sure when you get your reroll that you actually like, save gems. You don't have to pull in anything.
Oh, another thing as well. Once you have your reroll, make sure to
SNS.
SNS,
yeah.
Just save it because you never know. This game is
Facebook or Twitter. Connect it so you don't lose it.
And this game is very good at crashing and deleting itself.
Oh, another thing as well. Once you have characters that you want to save, favorite them. Make sure to do that.
Yes, actually,
you do not want to accidentally sell or feed character.
Glue.
Oh man, I have a glue eating story to do with that.
Hit it. Tell them.
All right.
I know what not to do.
Do you remember? I'm pretty sure it was a raid. It was like V2, Helmeppo, and Kobe. And I think I sold them once because I didn't favorite my units because it was recently. I think it was recently after I transferred to my new phone. So I guess I saved. I needed them for TM, and I couldn't find them. And I was like, I swear I farmed them. I farmed every free to play unit. I must have sold them on accident. So I had a couple of copies, and so I bit the bullet and I fed a bunch of gold books to them.
That's rough. Don't be like Joba.
Yeah,
make sure you favorite your units and stuff bro. But no, we say it's just a lot of there's a lot of resources out there that you can just access and just follow. I guess there's not necessarily a guide on how to start. This game is it's a lot. It's very hard to get into in the current time, but once you're in, it's very engaging. It's very intriguing. There's a lot of depth to it. So make sure you look at there's a lot of content out there. So make sure you just follow that.
Especially ours.
Yeah, just listen to them. No, you know what? The podcast might make you regress in terms of your treasure cruise ability.
Tell it,
bro. This is a bunch of guys being dudes. That's all I'm saying.
That's facts.
All right. Anything else in that?
Oh, that was good. That was good.
No,
I think that was good.
At Sam1 March asked, shout out to that guy. Fuck it, we're just gonna throw all the shouts out there. That guy asked a lot of good questions.
And Poppy must be in a good mood today.
No, work sucks, so I'm just trying to overhype myself, and be happy. Otherwise, I'd just be talking about some depressing ass shit. But that's for post show where I can cry to you guys. The next time Global does a live stream, will you live react to it? He asked me and Todd specifically. I mean, I guess because I did it for the GGP side and Todd did it for his own stream. Yes, 100%. We're gonna react. Todd did mute us on his side because there was 35 people in the call at the same time.
It was hectic.
And it was too many people. But 100% will I'll probably record the live reaction again, without a doubt, with all the people from Discord, which includes friends of GGP and stuff, and other guests and things as well, previous guests and stuff as well. But 100%.
Yeah, just in case they shout us out again.
See, we have I don't know, man. I have a feeling that they're not going to shout us out because we don't count. Rose though, that guy.
No, you know what? Don't shout that guy. He's got.
That's why I didn't say it. I said Rose will get one. I didn't say shout that guy. That's for sure. At Ahmed Naive 6 asks, what are your thoughts on support Sugos? And do you think the Rayleigh's Bazaar should have a support character ticket?
Yeah.
Yes.
How many Ray points?
Same as the limited rare recruit.
I agree.
It doesn't matter.
You reckon same as limited
points?
Yeah. Some of those are pretty broken.
Bro,
I think some of the support units are better than the limited rare recruits.
Yeah, that's true.
There's the majority of limited rare recruits kind of doo-doo.
You know, a lot of them are pretty bad now.
Pretty much all the old ones are kind of yeah.
Every time I see Frankie, I die inside a little.
Frankie
and Usopp.
When are they going to introduce more 5+ units?
But they should start with the 5+ limited rare recruits. I reckon that'd be really
great if they did that.
When are we going to get V3 Germa with a super evolution?
Okay, relax. I don't want another. Those Germa units are already hard enough.
They're getting progressively they're stepping up the play every time they introduce a new Germa batch. So the next Germa batch, it's just a whole batch of legends.
Yeah, they're all legends.
Bro, relax. Hey, that's why Legend Rage didn't come out.
Mm-hmm.
That's first in the
Bandai did the botting themselves on that poll.
Bandai botted it themselves just so they could.
They saw that Reiju was going to win, so
they're like, oh shit, we haven't finished all the other legends yet.
It's not done yet.
She won.
Yeah, it's first ever Rainbow Super type crew. Make it
Hold
happen.
on. Hey, hold on. We got some ideas going in the
Or
pot right
Judge's
now.
special changes the type of the whole team.
Yeah.
Whatever's too effective against like whatever's on the map.
Hold on.
To answer the first part of the question, though, the support Sugo Fest have lately been very, very good.
They've been getting better. Yeah.
We did. They were like where glue eating originated from. That literally was the support Sugar Fest, because I remember at the very very start, the only people that would pull on those was like people like Lay, it was just a fat ass whale that used to just like pull on everything, right? But now the support Sugar Fest are pretty good. Like the most recent ones, I believe the most recent one was like a step up kind of. So it was like 40 gems for like X amount of multis. Like it was good. Like the support Sugar Fest are getting pretty good, so it's gonna be I think that for the most part they're generally worth pulling on at least one multi, but I think a ticket would also be very good as well. Yeah.
I agree.
At Freddie White. Oh, hit it. Tell me, Todd. Tell me.
I think that with every new Legend batch, they should release a new support unit for that batch too.
I think it's a really good idea.
As long as it's not required to clear content.
And then that's where it becomes an issue, because if they were to release it, it would be tailor-made to completing that
And
content.
just like how good that support carrot was. She was really good for like the content surrounding that event. Like she was good in the treasure map.
Yeah. And then we'll go on at Freddie Y2K asks, question, which legend should we so this was actually like a different thing. So this gentleman at Freddie Y2K has said on Twitter that he has saved up every tablet since TM Mihawk.
What? Why?
So if he's been farming consistently, he has a lot of goddamn tablets, right? He asks, which legend should he rainbow for?
The one that you use the most.
Yeah, it's
honestly, just the characters
terrible
you use
answer,
most
but
often
correct.
are the ones that are good.
I mean, for the most part,
Typically.
rainbowing doesn't matter.
No.
So
It
like
For
helps, but-
PvP.
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. But like I guess whatever legends you like. If you have, hopefully you have like 300 tablets or 400 tablets if you've been saving them up since TM Mihawk, But any legend you like and you want to rainbow them. There's no legends that specifically require themselves to be rainbow to use in content, for the most part at least. Like it's just more of a convenience or a help. They are rainbow. It's just better. But there's no necessity to have them rainbow.
Yeah.
Because whatever you use, just rainbow it. Have fun. Go rainbow log Luffy and you can be an honorary patriot of the GGP crew.
Well,
Go to the community tab real quick. Hit up
Yes, sir.
Izumo199 asks, if we start getting 6+ evolutions for dual units, who do you want to see first and why?
Luffy because they're shit.
That's absolutely the right answer.
I think honestly the first, and see this is what is like I thought that the first one would be Luffy and Law, because that would be that 6+ would be the 1-0 Luffy and the 1-0 Law. But now with 1-0 Law that has just come out, I don't think that's the case anymore. So I honestly think Luffy Ace
I
would
have
probably be the
three
best
that I would like to see. I want to see Luffy Ace, I want to see Whitebeard Marco, and Shirahoshi Mancherry.
Ooh, I like Shirahoshi Mancherry. Vivi Becker though.
Ooh.
Ooh, they're already crazy good.
Busted.
Bro.
They're already really good.
I handle the thickness.
Damn boy, no, but honestly, just make Sanji John so he can match his other 5+ badge.
That'd be fine. Then make him guaranteed when he comes to global, so I can finally get him.
Hey, hold on, Joe. That's the way,
Shit.
bro. Joe is praying every night to get that plus. No, I think the consensus would just be Luffy. Just start from the beginning and just work your way from there. I feel like is fine, because they just like they're not good. Unfortunately, they're good, but like in comparison, no.
Yeah, to the rest of the dual units now, it's.
V2 Big Mom would be a good one too.
I was going to say V2.
I forgot she's a 6+, just like a dual unit. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, but no, for real, that'd be really good too.
Nice.
At AO Kuzan, I think it's Owl Kuzan. Asks, you know how we have 2 versions of Zoro and Sanji, dual unit, TM and Kizuna. Do you think any current dual unit legends will see a V2 version? That's a pretty good question, actually.
Well, Luffy Law could be literally released as a Wano version,
I-
like separately.
I really just want it to be a 6+. I think it'd be a lot cooler it being a 6+ as opposed to a V2 version of it.
Inu Neko.
I can see a V2.
Inu Neko
Yeah.
is pretty cool.
I forgot they existed. Yeah, they're good.
It's too many legends, man. There's
That'd be a
100
good
of them.
6+ too. Their captain effect is meh.
That's true. The special's pretty good though.
Yes,
6+ could make it go crazy.
would love that.
Anything else though? Any other news?
Dual units.
I mean,
I don't know. I have to look on the
Abdullah and Jeet.
Abdullah and G.
of current dual legends, you nonce.
Man, let me have fun.
Abdul and Jit legend. If they go if we go back to Dressrosa, I'm actually wait. Hold on, 6+ Doflamingo. Abdul and Jit legend.
Oh,
Pog in this time. No way.
What were the brothers that like wore each other's skin?
Oh, the
Funk brothers.
The Funk
Oh,
Brothers,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
A combo legend question mark. Combo
when you swap, he takes off his skin.
Yeah, unzip.
that is so gross.
Man,
Yeah,
what a,
unzip.
Oda was on some shit. Let me tell you.
You gotta be on some shit to be writing this god ass.
Imagine
23
finding the
years.
devil fruit and then eating it and find out you're actually a jacket guy now. You're a jacket dude.
Your brother wears you.
Oh no. That's so grim.
I don't know I reckon we could definitely see dual units get a V2 version. It is like it could make sense. There's a lot of the character combinations for dual units as themselves are already like generally very popular in terms of like the units together. Like the characters together themselves. So I reckon it's definitely a big possibility.
I'd still like to see dual units of like units that are enemies.
Again, very cool. I reckon it'd also be an awesome idea too.
Yeah.
More crew units too, because why not? Like
Yeah,
so-
more crew units would be good. Whitebeard crew, Blackbeard crew.
ooh, have a blitz between them.
Yes, sir.
Marines.
it just writes itself.
Marine. Don't give me another goddamn Marine.
Where's the Garp and Sengoku dual legend? Like, come on, bro. As if that hasn't happened yet.
Where's the Luffy Lord dual legend? That's my question.
What?
Anyway, at the Diablo's Paradox from the community tab asks, how would you guys improve manual targeting? This question's asked a lot. I think that for me, it would just be if you had the option to either go with the auto targeting or if you selected off auto, but you could select what characters to hit in what order. So it'd have like the target, then it'd have a number associated with it. Would probably be the best way to just do it.
I swear I've been saying this for 3+ years.
Bro, you've been saying it for 6 years. Even
Oh,
before
dude,
A
Global
lot of
came
people
out.
bring this up, but like, as someone who's played the game for a really long time, I think the targeting system is honestly fine.
Targeting's fine. People just suck.
Like, if you learn how it works, it's not difficult, really.
Bro, since we've gotten Legend Kaido, I haven't targeted anybody. Like,
Bro,
This man.
No, I'm in the same boat. Like I said with that first question, my first thing I type in Kaido versus Collar Oven. All right, just use double Kaido, run the set. You're fine. You're ready to go.
It's
And I
like
don't
when,
know.
like when Zunisha first came out. It honestly
Right.
made me worse at the game.
Yeah,
Like
it
I
does.
just forgot how to hit perfects.
I was getting help. I was getting helped out. But no, the targeting system is like it's fine. Like it could be improved by like having the player able to choose like in what order the target moves would probably be like the best way to improve it, or able to like trace out the way it works. But for the most part, the auto targeting does all right, and like manual switching is fine. You just have to be able to do it, be quick enough to swap between stuff. And that about sums it up for another episode of Good, Great, Perfect. Episode 23 has just been completed, and we do appreciate you all if you got to the very end of this episode. I'm assuming that you enjoyed it then. So like I said a little earlier on, if you did enjoy the episode, make sure you do like it. It does help us out a great deal, and it shows YouTube that you do enjoy the content, and then lets YouTube disperse it out to a lot of other people, and we get recommended a lot as well. If that sub button is still red after you completing this whole episode, please do us a big favor and hit that subscribe button. It does help us out again a great deal as well. You can find us on all of our social medias. If you're looking at Twitter and Instagram, you can find us out at GGP Podcast. Twitter usually for just channel updates and stuff. Instagram a lot more for the behind the scenes. If you want to listen to this podcast audio only version, you can find us on Anchor Anchor.fm/Good Great Perfect. And then that gets distributed to about 8 different platforms. The main ones being we're on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts, and we're on Google Podcasts there as well. If you don't want to specifically look for any links, you can click the first link in our description where you can find the Linktree link, linktr.ee/Good Great Perfect. And then there'll be a list of links there. We can click on, wherever you want to find us and follow us there, like us, do all those good things as well. Hopefully in the next coming weeks, we will try our best to start getting a few of our video ideas actually created and released as content in particular. But without further ado, though, I've been Captain Poppy, Cobb, Joba, Knight, Todd. Thank you all for seeing another episode of Good Great Perfect. Peace.
Jeez.
Peace.